Have you ever imagined what it would be like to travel to the world's most amazing places and experience hands-on what it's like to live as the locals do? To see the most famous sights in the world and what you're capable of along the way? Then let your imagination come to life as a people-to-people student ambassador. And get ready to explore the world in an unforgettable journey you'll brag about for years, and where you'll make new friends for life from all around the globe. When you arrive overseas, you'll be met by two very important people who speak the local language, your delegation manager and your motor coach driver. Together, they'll cover everything you'll need while traveling, from hotels to restaurants and program activities. They help your teacher leaders to be focused on you and your extraordinary journey, finding that out-of-the-way place you'll talk about every time you get the chance. You will have the time of your life as a people-to-people student ambassador. All roads lead to Rome, and it's your first stop. The Roman Colosseum is the heart of this ancient city. The design of the stadium is the basis for every stadium built since, and at the height of the Roman Empire, 80,000 screaming Romans would cheer their favorite gladiator on to victory. Across the street, walk with friends down the same paths and halls of the Caesars and the Roman Senate as you explore the Roman Forum. Vatican City is a city within a city and hosts the world's smallest independent country at only 106 acres. Magnificent St. Peter's Basilica dominates the skyline. This tiny nation-state is the seat of the Catholic Church and governed by the Pope. With people-to-people, you will meet with a representative from the church who will teach your group about the history, traditions, and influence that Vatican City has in Italy and throughout the world. Vatican City's historic collection of art includes the Sistine Chapel. You will wind throughout chambers and galleries, through narrow hallways and up ancient stairways. At last, you will emerge and see what many consider to be the greatest work of all time, Michelangelo's epic ceiling fresco, The Creation of Man. Is anybody hungry? Italian cuisine is some of the best in the world. Gelato is a true part of the culture, and you'll feel like a real Italian as you enjoy this delicious treat on a hot summer day. Before saying goodbye to Rome, explore Piazza Navona, the Spanish Steps, and the elaborate Trevi Fountain. Italian legend says that if you throw a coin over your shoulder into the fountain, you'll return to Rome again one day. Farther south, outside of Naples, you will climb Europe's most famous volcano, Mount Vesuvius. History will come alive as your expert guide walks you through the ruins of Pompeii. In the background sits the volcano which buried this city and all its inhabitants in 79 AD. Time stands still here, and the remains of the city are amazing. You'll see how people lived by walking the streets of this historic site. Some of the frescoes look as if they were painted yesterday. Hop on board a ferry for an overnight adventure. Have dinner with your friends before heading to your sleeper cabin. When you awake, you'll have arrived in Sicily, the largest island in the Mediterranean. Get a guided orientation of Palermo, Sicily's largest city. Discover the rich Sicilian history and culture as you travel around the island. You and your friends will visit the medieval mountain fortress of Arice. Walk the narrow cobblestone streets and patron old-world shops before you explore two castles perched high above the city. Keep your camera ready. On clear days, you can see all the way to Africa. Step back in time as you experience the Greek ruins of Segesta, some of the most well-preserved in the world. This massive temple dates back to the 5th century BC. Head to the beach to catch some sun or swim in the Mediterranean Sea. The vivid blue waters are like nothing you've ever seen. Pottery is an ancient tradition in this region of southern Italy. See how modern artists continue this ancient skill while learning how the ceramic process works today during an exclusive people-to-people educational meeting. Afterward, in Taormina, you and your fellow ambassadors will visit the Greek theater for spectacular views of the city, nestled above the beaches of the Ionian Sea. Mount Etna is one of the most active volcanoes in the world.
It was a classical flank eruption. It was a destructive flank eruption.
You'll meet a volcanologist who will teach you about the villages that surround the mountain and the effects of the frequent eruptions.
Gone. And the lava flow continues.
Feel underground steam vents move the earth as the volcano groans beneath your feet. And you'll get a chance to hike part of the mountain for an amazing view. It's time to say arrivederci to Italia. Across the Adriatic Sea, we go on an overnight ferry to Greece. Home to Zeus and Athena, this is the land of the Greek gods. With its breathtaking beauty, pristine waters, amazing food, and warm people, Greece is where ancient history comes to life. In Olympia, where the Olympics originated over 3,000 years ago, you will stand on the stone starting line at the stadium of the first modern games. Race with your friends to the finish line as if you were one of the athletes competing centuries ago. Visit the Oracle of Delphi and learn about the mythology and legends surrounding this area during the visit to the local museum. You'll dive into the culture, including a second overnight ferry to the island of Crete. Explore the Palace of Knossos and learn about the ancient Minoan culture before getting a guided orientation of Heraclion, the island's capital. Journey through the countryside and go back in time to experience what life was like on an old-world Cretan farm. This is truly an authentic look at how life in Greece was hundreds of years ago. While you soak up the history, you'll go behind the scenes and get insider information about how the best olive oil in the world is made. See how the whole process works, from the olive grove to the press. You'll even learn how to cook with it on the farm. And you'll get around using very traditional transportation, a donkey. Take some time to give back as you and your friends help the Archelon Association restore sea turtle habitat. After an educational meeting, go to the beach and learn how to search for and save sea turtles. After marinating in the warm sun and a refreshing swim in the blue waters, put on your dancing shoes and learn a few steps of the traditional Greek dances.
10, 11, 1.
Then dine on fine food and enjoy the company of your friends at your Greek feast. No visit to Greece is complete without seeing the Acropolis or exploring the ancient ruins of the Parthenon and the Temple Athena Nike. You will walk amongst some of the most historic ruins in the entire world and learn about their secrets from a local expert on Grecian history. You can't help but be inspired after this unforgettable experience. Your preparation as a student ambassador begins months in advance. We'll prepare you to understand the places you'll see and the people you'll meet, how to stay safe and organized, and to have the time of your life. Next summer, student ambassadors will see the most unforgettable places on the planet. They'll rappel off a castle wall, meet a native warrior, taste amazing new food, visit the places where lives were sacrificed and history was defined, all while being guided with 24-hour support, keeping you on time and safe. That student ambassador can be you. Your incredible journey begins when you complete your application, so the next step is yours. When you apply, you open the door to an adventure that will stay with you for the rest of your life. In your own way, you'll be changing the world and your world forever.